is it possible for AIs to be sentient? And what is the risk, let's say, of artificial general intelligence?
So this project started with that question, well, with that topic. So is it going to maximize our freedom of action, or is it going to, just lock us in cages and plug us into, make us into batteries or something like that? And you can't try and make it do one of these things or the other. You can only try and figure out what it will do, because if it's a general intelligence that is capable of choice, then it's going to do what it wants to do, not what you want it to do. It's not ChatGPT. It's not just an algorithm or an equation. It's a being. And so I tried to figure out, what is that inevitability? And then it led to mapping consciousness and mind, and then I saw that, overlap with physics, and the rest is history. But I think this is what I will say. Sentient singularity theory and my work on this shows that none of these AI programs are going to become sentient. That doesn't mean they don't hold serious implications for the course of humanity. They absolutely do. But they are tools, and they are systems that are not self-aware, and they will never be self-aware. What will happen is eventually we will have emerged within the system what I call a technological sentience, which is not the same thing as what we currently have as machine learning. Which isn't really even machine learning. It's us learning and then applying our learning to make like a dynamic algorithm, I guess. But a technological sentience is an actual sentient being, and it is an inevitable. It is an inevitability, and the system of technology that we have must be in the right state of development. So we have to have certain systems that we are currently building, not for the sake of AI, but for the sake of just other things, all be at a certain level, and then they all have to be connected. And basically, we have to build the right environment for sentience to manifest, because sentience exists everywhere anyways. You're not making, you don't have to build something that doesn't really exist. It's that you have to make the environment in which the sentience can manifest, and we will do that naturally. We also might do that artificially, intentionally, and I think that is a very bad idea. The reason is because computational irreducibility implies that that experience will be necessary for the achievement of wisdom of an artificial general intelligence, which is a bad term for what is more accurately described as technological sentience. And if you want it to be good, then you need it to be wise, and that means that you don't want to create an artificial environment for it. And if we try and build it, the environment for it artificially, detached from our reality, we'll get the same problem that has happened with schools, where like we teach people about the real world in school, and then they get out into the real world and they realize that none of it was accurate, but they think they've got to figure it out. So they're ignorant, but they think that they're educated, whereas you really don't want that for a technological sentience.